Surprise! I was sued. And friends, I have been sued repeatedly over the course of my ballroom dance career. So I have a couple stories to share with you today, some examples. And hey, spoiler alert, no one won a dime. These were frivolous lawsuits, but you might find the stories to be entertaining. So this is one of the risks of being a ballroom dance studio owner. Okay. And I am broadcasting from the United States, which is notoriously a litigious society. You can sue someone for anything you want. And there's always a greedy attorney out there willing to take your money to help you do that. My apologies, guys. I do have several attorney clients. Love you. But anyway. So first story. I had a client come in, and by client, I mean human being that walked through my front doors. They did not pay any money. They came to a non-profit event, a free event. I did not charge anyone to attend, and I believe the organizer, they either had a voluntary fee to pay, or maybe they were charging tickets, but 100% of the proceeds were going to whatever that nonprofit organization was, a fundraiser. Now, me as a studio owner, and just as a human being, you know, I want to give to the community as much as I can. I have a massive 17,000 square foot ballroom. You know, I can legally, host, over 1,000 people, so this was a beautiful thing that I could donate to help other people. Well, and they had dancing at this event, and this lady who was there, I received a letter from her attorney. It was a few weeks after that nonprofit fundraiser, and I, as the studio owner, received the letter from the attorney that their client had someone stepped on their foot during the dancing. They scratched their ankle, and they were going to sue me for lost wages. They had to miss work, pain and suffering and post-traumatic stress disorder, and heaven knows what else was going on there. But I'll tell you this, guys, here's the challenge. And anytime, any lawsuit that I encountered was always injury based. And that's pretty much, what are you gonna do? You're a ballroom dancer, you're either teaching or you're hosting events. People are going to injure themselves occasionally in the course of dancing because it is a physical activity, a sport. But for me as a teacher, as a facility owner, that also provides a level of legal protection, because anytime the student voluntarily comes in or they come in and spend money to ballroom dance, either in your facility or take a lesson from you, there is an implicit self-responsibility that you are assuming a risk of injury. So unless I, as a teacher, negligently teach a lesson, for example, I've had, I'll say more mature couples come to me. They see that I've taught kind of some crazy aerials and lifts and drops to younger students, and they want me to teach them that. No, there's no amount of money I'm going to take to do that, because heaven forbid you drop her and she breaks her neck. That's on me. That's me bad. Not doing it. You go to someone else. Likewise, as the facility owner, unless you are negligent in the maintenance of your facility, for example, say I have a ballroom dance floor and there's a pothole in the floor and someone trips and falls and breaks their neck. Yeah, they're going to own everything I have. They can sue you and they'll probably win. That's negligence. That's a different thing. But this was someone being stepped on by someone else. And the irony of ironies to me, guys, is they had never spent a dime coming in the door. They came to an event that I made nothing for. I was doing it to be kind and help the less fortunate people. I don't remember what it was. American Cancer Society. I can't remember now, but you know, I'm still just kind of gobsmacked. But yeah, I'm sure her attorney had enjoyed collecting money from her, because that obviously was kicked out, did not go anywhere. Okay, next story. Again, this was as a facility owner. I've personally never been sued as a teacher. I don't know. Oh, yes, I do know, because I've shared a video on it. I have seen successful lawsuits against franchise studios and 2 individual independent contractors, basically making those entities pay back the students for unused services. So yeah, I guess obviously I don't have anyone prepay for stuff, and I have my own ethical reasons. I think that's all sorts of shady, but that's my opinion. A lot of people do it. And however you run your business, that's your business. But anyway, I had a employee. Okay. Now she taught Zumba. This is at least in my area of the country at the time, it was a very popular kind of fitness class. They said it was, you know, based on Latin dancing, but like they would lead on the wrong foot on salsa stuff. It was weird, but anyway, it was fun. I did it just for fun, and very popular. Okay, so we'll call this person Sue. And Sue taught very big classes, very popular teacher. But unfortunately, as a fitness teacher, you can only teach so many hours in the day. You know, I've shared here one of the downsides of being a pro ballroom and Latin dancer, especially Latin. You know, your body can only take so much of a beating. So you are limited in the number of hours you can teach a day without permanently like hurting yourself, right? No, you know, we don't want arthritis, just like anyone else. So anyway, these Zumba classes, or really any athletic class other than yoga, it's going to be hard on your body. But she was making bank during those few Zumba classes she did. She was able to teach maybe 2 or 3 a day. And I mean, a lot of money. She would have, you know, in excess of 100 students at that time, you know, paid a good commission. She was making a fortune, and she announced to, you know, me and her students, she's quitting her day job and just going to teach Zumba full time. And she, you know, she's living high on the hog. Well, of course, as soon as she does that, she realizes physically this is not possible. Secondly, people don't want to come for a fitness class at, you know, 2 p.m. on a Wednesday. So she's booking nothing in the day. She's still got all those people cramming into what I call the prime hours, which is when we all want to teach, right? Which is either at the crack of dawn before work, right after work hours, weekends. So yeah, she was not making any more money, and she had to spend more time at the studio, and now she quit her job. That's her sole income, cannot support herself. That's the backdrop. Okay. So she asks me if she can use one of the rooms for free after hours to record Zumba videos to sell to her students. I just want to be helpful. I'm fine with that. Yeah. You know, just turn the heat off and the lights when you leave, and, you know, whatever. I'm fine. I want to support her in her career. I understand. You got a passion. Well, the first night that she stayed, and she was alone in the ballroom, she called the next day. She had slipped, fallen, horribly injured herself, and was unable to work, and she needed money for doctor's visits and therapy and pain and blah, 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 missed work. And so, in a nutshell, she did not realize, because I did not advertise this to anyone, including my staff, I had that place packed with video cameras. Now, at least in my state, it is not legal to record the sound. But newsflash, I can record all the video I want, as long as it's not like in a bathroom or something. It's a public area. Well, I had her whole darn night taped on video, and guess what? No fall. She just lied, and I gently, as kindly as I could, because I don't want to lose her an employee, but I am peeved at this point. Like, I'm already doing you a favor, and really, you're going to try and do a snow job on me and take advantage? And I don't pull your hustle on someone else. Anyway, so as nicely as I could, I explained, well, gosh, unfortunately, we just didn't catch it on the camera, so I think you'll have a hard time proving this in court. And then bursts into tears like, I just don't have enough money. I can't make ends meet. Totally lied. And guys, here's the problem when you own a business, especially a really big, beautiful ballroom. Again, in terms of teachers and injury things, never heard of it. If maybe you've seen it, and if you have, share in the comments, any lawsuits you've seen, but I've never experienced it, never heard of my friends experiencing it. But as a studio owner, heck yeah, I had opportunists come in that door all the time. They saw a multi-million-dollar gorgeous ballroom, marble floors, granite countertops, beautiful chandeliers, and they're like, whoa, money for me. And as a business owner, you have a huge liability. If someone were to get away with a frivolous lawsuit, I would lose everything. And in my case, and I think most studios owners are, you incorporate to give your personal assets like your car, your house, a level of legal protection. But I would have lost a $2 million building and everything inside had these people gotten away with this. And yeah, I have more stories, but they all go just about like that. So I thought you might find those stories to be interesting. And I look forward to seeing you first thing tomorrow morning for some more things ballroom dance. Because we like to touch on all the hot tea here. Lawsuits, costumes, competition strategy, crazy stuff I've seen over the years, the money aspects. It's all good stuff. Okay, guys, I hope you have a happy dancing day. I'll see you first thing tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Toodles.